Hello everybody and welcome to a new Polowow video. I am Polo and I wanted to bring this one to you today because of two very important subjects that I want to share with you guys. So, number one week from now, if everything goes as planned, I'm finally going to get my greedy little hands on my very own Nintendo Switch! Yeah! Yes, finally I'm going to get my hands on my Nintendo Switch. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't get my Nintendo Switch before, not because I didn't want to, but because I couldn't get one. You guys can relate. I mean, as soon as the Nintendo Switch came out, it was just impossible to get a Switch. Hell, even 7 months in, and it's still really hard to get a Switch in places like Japan and some other places. I mean, you cannot still walk into any US store and find Switches that easily. But it is easier now because supply is a little bit better than how it was before. So yeah, and that is why I'm getting my Nintendo Switch next week on Saturday, October 21st. So I will go to the store, pick up my Switch, open the box, put in my first Nintendo Switch ever, and I will die of happiness. And then I will come back to life and tell you all about it. No, really, I mean, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to make my very own Nintendo Switch unboxing video. So even though you guys have already seen a lot of those videos, and hell, I mean, I'm pretty sure you already own a Nintendo Switch, still, I'm going to share my happiness with you guys. Next week, I'm going to upload an unboxing of a Nintendo Switch 7 months in. On Sunday or Monday, October 30, Halloween, because why not? So yeah, that's the first bit of news. I'm really excited and I want to share it with you guys. So before I jump into the second bit of news, I want to share with you my very first 5 Nintendo Switch games. The very first 5 games that I'm going to play on my Nintendo Switch. Number 1, as you already know and I have already mentioned, actually I haven't, but you can guess, is going to be The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So yeah, I already have that game pre-ordered with my Nintendo Switch. Not pre-ordered, but I already bought it, that's what I meant. So I'm gonna pick it up and I'll be playing it as soon as I get the Switch. And practically my social life is gonna go to hell, but it was expected, so who cares. After that, my second Nintendo Switch is going to be, well, let me just tell you how it's going to be done. As soon as I get my Nintendo Switch, I'm going to run to the counter, and on that same store, I'm going to buy a pre-order for my very own copy of Super Mario Odyssey, of course. But I'm not going to play it immediately as soon as it comes out. I'm going to keep it safe, wrap it up, and put it below my Christmas tree, which is still on its box in the corner, but as soon as I put it in, I'm going to put that game wrapped as a Christmas gift for me and my family, especially my sister, for Christmas. Why? Well, because we have a really cool family tradition. When we were young, as soon as we got our hands on our NES and our Super NES and our Nintendo 64 and their respective cool Mario games, my sister and I will open them up and we will start playing it and play them till the end, I think. And it was such a great time that we had as kids that we want to repeat that with Mario Odyssey. So I'm going to keep that game safe until Christmas, not open until Christmas. And in the meantime, I'm going to be very busy exploring Hyrule, not playing the main quest because I don't care right now about that. I'm just going to be exploring and playing and... Okay, that was the first game. The second game is going to be the Super Mario Odyssey, and I can't wait for that one. My third Nintendo Switch game is going to be Sonic Mania. Why? First of all, because I love Sonic games, Sonic 2D games, and I love Sonic also. I mean, Sonic is right here with me, and he can tell you all about it. I mean, Sonic is also really hyped that we're going to get our very own Nintendo Switch, right? Yes, he is very excited. So, yeah, I'm going to get Sonic Mania, but not Sonic Forces. Why? Because I really don't like Sonic 3D games that much. It's all about the gameplay. I mean, you really cannot control Sonic. I mean, you don't have that much control over it, and you're always just avoiding obstacles, having Sonic running automatically, and that homing attack. It makes things easier for beginners, but for an experienced player, especially for a Sonic 2D gamer, that homing attack just takes the fun out of the game. It takes a lot of difficulty out of it. So I'm not a huge fan of Sonic 3D games, except for Sonic Lost World, the one that came out on the Nintendo Wii U. I never got to play it, but all the videos I saw, I thought it was really good. And I remember the levels, I remember the designs were kind of inspired by Super Mario Galaxy, if I'm not mistaken, and I thought that was a really good idea. And I always thought that Sega should go to Nintendo, especially to Shigeru Miyamoto, and try to make a really good Sonic 3D game with Nintendo's help. But anyway, that's just my dream. That game though, Sonic Lost World, I think it was going on the right track. Some moves that Sonic could do, like running on the walls and other cool gameplay thingies, and that downloadable content of The Legend of Zelda on the Sonic Lost World game, where Sonic dresses up as Link and he runs this Sonic Hyrulean level. I thought that looked really good. But I really have never heard people talk about this game whenever they mention what are their favorite Sonic 3D games. They always talk about Sonic Generations or Sonic Colors, but they never talk about Sonic Lost Worlds. Did you guys play it? Can you please tell me your experiences of the game down below in the comment section? Because I really want to try it out, and I thought that was a good game. But anyway, I'm not getting Sonic Forces yet. I'm gonna leave that behind, and I'm going to move to my fourth Nintendo Switch game, which is going to be Resident Evil Revelations 2. Now, why is it going to be 2? Well, because I have already played Resident Evil Revelations 1, and I played it on my 3DS, Nintendo 3DS, with Resident Evil casing. This game is fantastic, and I'm really surprised that I got to put it inside the Nintendo 3DS. But I never got a chance to play Resident Evil Revelations 2. Why? Well, it never came out on Nintendo consoles until now. So, I mean, it's going to be $20 just as a Sonic game, but it's going to be a AAA game, an action game, horror survival game from one of my favorite franchises of all time. For $20, count me in. I mean, it's going to be like a new Resident Evil game for me, so I'm all in. And yeah, so that's going to be my fourth game from the Nintendo Switch, and finally my fifth game from the Nintendo Switch. I'm saying finally because I'm just going to buy those 5 games for a very long time. They're going to keep me busy for quite a while. My fifth game is going to be Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, of course, because I cannot have a Nintendo Switch without a multiplayer game, so that game is gonna just do it. It's gonna nail it. I'm gonna play with all my friends, family, and random people all over the world. I'm gonna have my ass kicked by young Japanese and Korean players. So yeah, that's what's going to happen, and I'm going to be happy about it. So yeah, those are going to be my first 5 Nintendo Switch games. Share me your opinions of which other games I should get after those 5 games after a couple of months that I'm going to buy other games. For now, I already have in mind, in my sight, some indie games that I want to try out, especially Flame. I've saw some videos of the game and it looks amazing. Also a game called Constructor Build or Builder or something like that, which is kind of like a SimCity Knockout or a similar game. I love SimCity, so having a similar game like that on the go with this strange twist where you can go and destroy or send people to destroy the neighbor's building so people will move to your neighborhood. I don't know, it has something like that, but it's kind of like a SimCity, so I'm all into it. Another game called Mulaka or something like that. It's being developed by Mexican game developers, and it's all about this Tarahumara Mexican, ancient Mexican civilization. It sounds really cool. So I'm all for those games, but I'm gonna get them later, at a later stage of my life. But yeah, I would like to hear from you guys and recommend me some games that I really want to get, especially on 2018, which brings me to my second topic of the video, which is what's in store for the Nintendo Switch on 2018 and on the years to come. So we all know that 2017 is going to be Nintendo Switch's year. Come on, guys. I mean, the Nintendo Switch is going to be the best-selling console of 2017. A Nintendo Switch game is going to be Game of the Year of 2017. Whether if it's Zelda Breath of the Wild or Super Mario Odyssey, we know that either one of those games is going to be the Game of the Year. And the Nintendo Switch is still selling like crazy, and it's going to sell even better, I'm thinking, on Thanksgiving, on the Black Friday, and on the holidays. I mean, everybody's going to want to buy a Switch, whether for someone or for themselves, like me. So it's going to sell like crazy all year long. It has already sold a lot, and it has already sold more than the PS4 and other consoles on previous months. So 2017 is Nintendo Switch's year. But what about 2018? We all know that Nintendo has already used two of its biggest franchises for games, Mario and Zelda. It has already used Splatoon and a new IP with ARMS. It had also released a great AAA game every single month. Nintendo has kept that practice all year long ever since it came out on March. With Zelda, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, ARMS, Splatoon 2, Mario & Rabbids blah 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 game, Mario Odyssey, and the other games that are coming out. I mean, Nintendo has kept that practice, and that has helped with keeping the Nintendo Switch hype all year long. Also, the Nintendo E3's presentation and Nintendo eDirect on September helped with that. But what about 2018? We know that Metroid Prime 4 is coming. We're not sure 100% that it's coming on 2018, but let's say for this video's sake that it's coming on the holidays of 2018. Whether it's November or December, we're gonna get Metroid Prime 4 on either one of those months. But what about the other 11 months? We know that a Kirby and a Yoshi game are coming out, but what about the other months? I mean, Nintendo could work on what? A Star Fox game? I don't think so, because they had already released a Star Fox game on the last years of the Nintendo Wii U. So no, I don't think a Star Fox game is in the works right now. Also, it's being hyped with the Super NES Classic or Mini, however you want to call it. So with the Star Fox 2 game for the Super NES. So no Star Fox game coming for the Switch anytime soon. Maybe they're gonna hint at this Super Smash Bros. Game coming to the Switch, whether if it's a new game or a port for the Wii U game, which for me will be more than enough. We might get something like that, but I don't know if it's coming out in 2018. What else can Nintendo bring to the Switch to keep everyone else busy and hyped for the console each month? I don't know, maybe a Kid Icarus game? Maybe they could make my fantasy come true with bringing Kid Icarus back, but kind of like with a God of War style. Imagine Icarus instead of Kratos fighting against Greek mythology enemies, which is already based on that Greek mythology, but on a third-person perspective and with great graphics. That would be insane. Wouldn't you like that? Wouldn't you like to see a game like that? What other franchises are there? Maybe bring F-Zero back? Maybe bring some Donkey Kong game? I don't know. The thing is that we haven't heard anything from Nintendo yet from other franchises on 2018, but we know that they could come up with any Nintendo Direct anytime they want and maybe hit us with a new announcement. But if they don't bring cool AAA first-party games to the Switch on 2018, then what else can we expect? Nintendo then will have to rely a lot on third-party support. That's why we're hoping that third parties keep coming to Nintendo Switch, but not with ports, mind you, but with new games. Granted, we all want to play Doom, we want to play Wolfenstein and Dragon Quest XI, but those are really ports. What we want is when the next big game for Bethesda or from Konami or from Capcom or from Square Enix or from whatever is being announced, we want that game to come out to the Nintendo Switch at the same date as with the other consoles. That's what we want. And I think that would be the best way that Nintendo could bring those games and more AAA games each month to the Nintendo Switch console. Now, granted, we're also going to get a lot of indie games, but I think Nintendo needs to be prepared for the future. We already have some really cool rumors about getting a port of GTA 5 and Fallout 4. Those games will be fantastic for the Nintendo Switch for two reasons. I know millions of you guys already have those games or could get those games on Steam for like 10 or 15 bucks or something like that. But you need to remember that millions of us have not even played one of those games. So it would be great to have them, finally get them, take them on the go, and I mean, that would be fantastic. Imagine, even if you already own GTA 5, wouldn't you like to play that on the go wherever you want? That would be huge. So there are some rumors that Nintendo and third parties are starting to get along even better and much more with the Nintendo Switch thanks to its success. And I really hope that that's the case, but I want that to happen with new games for the Switch. And especially with new games that are also coming for other consoles. Not because I want competition, which competition is good, mind you, but because I want the Switch to get the same treatment as the others. I think that would be the best for Nintendo on 2018, but that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? What do you think about Nintendo Switch's future for 2018 and beyond? Please let me know in the comment section below, and if it's possible, if you can manage to do it, I would really like to get your opinion on my first 5 Nintendo Switch games and myself getting a Nintendo Switch and me getting all excited even 7 months in. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you like my content, and if you don't, also like and subscribe. And please wait for my Nintendo Switch review and unboxing video next week when I finally get my hands on a Switch! Thank you, bye bye, see ya! Woo!